a story about a young mother who lost her wedding ring. And she was looking and she was searching, and the whole family got involved, and her friends and neighbors got involved. Everyone's looking, and it just can't be found. And it's very valuable, certainly financially, but also sentimentally. It's such important, meaningful value to her relationship with her husband and to her family. And a couple of days later, her 3-year-old son is playing with his toys, and he says, "Wow, look at that shiny thing over there." And he says, "Mom, I think I found your ring." She comes running over, and she can't believe it. It's her ring. And she gives her son a big kiss and says, "Thank you so much." And she runs to the neighbor, her close friend, to tell her about the saga that was finally found. And her son runs along, and she's telling her neighbor, understand how much trouble, how much difficulty it was to find this ring to begin with, to pick out the ring, to choose just the right ring for ourselves, and how meaningful it's been for our relationship, and how expensive it was, and we found it, and it's incredible. And then her son pipes in, says, "And you know what else? I even got a kiss for Mom. I got a big kiss." And she was so proud of me. Now, he didn't understand the real meaning behind that ring. He certainly didn't understand the value from his perspective, whether it was a diamond ring or a plastic ring or a tinfoil shiny ring. There wouldn't really be much of a difference. And he certainly didn't understand the value of the relationship between a husband and wife and what that ring signifies. But what he did understand is what that kiss meant. That kiss meant that his mother loved him and she was proud of him. When the events of Chanukah unfolded, most of the Jews had no idea what was happening and why it was happening, from the oppression to the battles to the resistance. They really didn't understand how it all fit into the cosmic scheme of things. But one thing they did was they resisted, or many resisted, not all, many resisted the temptation from the Greeks to become just like them, to be enlightened, to find a better way to live than the outdated Torah values. And they resisted that, and they fought back. And then after they managed to win this war, they get to the temple that had been decimated, that had all of the purity was sabotaged, and they somehow miraculously found, a little bit of oil with the seal of the high priest. And there was enough oil to last perhaps a day, perhaps less than a day. And somehow, miraculously, that oil lasted for 8 days, the exact number of days that were needed to procure new oil from the olive presses. And even though they didn't understand the deeper significance and meaning behind everything that had happened, they understood one thing: that their Father in heaven, that our Father, had just given us a kiss. He just gave us that extra miracle, a miracle that wasn't even necessary, because it would have been permitted to light with impure oil at the time. But nonetheless, he wanted to show us how much he loves us and how proud he was. During Hanukkah, we have a chance to reciprocate that love. Each night, we follow the opinion of Hillel. We add on to the number of candles that are being lit. And the first night, we light 1 light. The second night, we light 2 lights. And by the 8th night, we have 8 glorious lights for 8 glorious nights. And it's not meant to only be a physical increase in the light. It's supposed to be complemented with our spiritual increase in our own light, in the light of our soul. And that each day is an opportunity to look within ourselves, to think, how can I be a better person today than I was yesterday? And how can I be better tomorrow than I am today? And if we're successful in maximizing Chanukah and utilizing it to its fullest by adding our own spiritual light each and every day, then we will be able to light up the world. Thank you all so much.